Hola chicos! In this video, we are going over la hora, or time. So the question that we're trying to answer is ¿Qué hora es, or what time is it? So to start off our sentence to answer the question, we would say son las, and then we have our hours and our minutes. So we would say son las, and then the number hour, y, which means and then your number of minutes. So the E kind of represents the semicolon that we use in time. So if I was saying like it is 6:10, right? I would say son las 6:10. So this E kind of represents the colon. Now our only exception is when we're talking about the 1 o'clock hour. The 1 o'clock hour is kind of special because we use es la instead of son las. So if it's any hour within 1 o'clock, so 1 o'clock to 1:59, excuse me, we're going to use es la. And so to say 1 o'clock, we say es la una. Una ends with an A. I don't know why we don't use uno. Instead, we use una, so it's like the feminine one. Just roll with it. Just remember we use una. But we always use es la when we're talking about the 1 o'clock hour, and then we use son las for every other hour. Okay, moving on. So we have some specific sayings that we use to talk about the quarter hour, half hour, and quarter till. So first of all, we're going to start with the 15-minute mark, or a quarter of an hour. We say y cuarto, which means and a quarter. So if I was saying that it is 12:15, I'm going to say son las 12:15. So it's 12 and a quarter. I'm not going to say son las 12:15. We don't want to use quince. We say 12:15, which means 12:15, 12 and a quarter of an hour. How about 12:30? Well, we are going to count the 30, right, as half of an hour. So we say son las 12:30. It is 12 and a half of an hour. You don't want to say son las 12:30. You say son las 12:30, because media stands for half an hour. The hardest one to remember is the quarter till. So we do a little bit of math on this one. Say that it is 6:45. We round up to the next hour. So the hour coming up is going to be 7 o'clock, right? So we say son las 7. It is 7 o'clock menos cuarto, minus a quarter of an hour. So what is 7 o'clock minus a quarter of an hour? 6:45, right? Another example, say it's 3:45. Okay, well, the next hour is 4. So I'm going to say son las 4. It is 4 menos cuarto, minus a quarter of an hour. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, the easiest one to remember is that when it is like an hour on the dot, so it is exactly 12 o'clock, it is exactly 1 o'clock, it's exactly 3 o'clock, you just say son las 12, son las 3, or es la una, and you don't have to add the 0 minutes. So we don't say son las 12:00, it's 12 o'clock and 0 minutes. We just say son las 12. Okay. Some other things to remember. We have our phrases for time of day. So de la mañana means in the morning. So maybe it's 6 in the morning. I say son las 6 de la mañana. It's 6 in the morning. Maybe it's 3 in the afternoon. So I would say son las 3 de la tarde. 3 in the afternoon. And then we have de la noche, which means in the evening. So maybe it's 7 o'clock in the evening. Son las 7 de la noche. So de la noche means in the evening. So you have your 3 times a day, right? De la mañana, morning, de la tarde, afternoon, de la noche, evening. Okay. Awesome. That was a lot to throw at you. Feel free to go back, watch this video again. Make sure that you're using your guided notes. These notes are already filled out for you, so you just have to read them. And I will see you in the next video. I hope you guys all have a good day. Y adios.